Let me pull up YouTube. Yes. Dow Jones Industrial. Big breakout. This thing is really ripping, man. Let's move this microphone. Sorry about that. Dow Jones, we're looking at 34,000, 951. Man, that's a big move right there. Let me make sure we're on. All right, there we go. Gang. All right, we're on Twitter, man. We got 8 people, 7. We could go to Instagram and have 200, but let's do 6 right here. Dow Jones, obviously, stage 2 breakout. Where's target? Money flow. Price has memory. So wherever price has been before, when it's going up, it'll go there again. And when it's going down, it'll go there again, right? That's just the basic rule. And these zones aren't like, it's not perfect science, right? They're just little regions. Let's pull this up. Little areas where price has stopped before. Look at that. It'll tend to stop again when it's going down. You say, how's it going down? Well, 5-day exponential, 10-day exponential, and all these little moving it, they're all pointing down. And it stays that way until what? It stops, goes sideways, and they all come together. We saw that yesterday. So yesterday, at what? I don't know, 240. I'm on the wrong phone. I can't check. I sent a thing out. Said, hey, in my leveraged funds, in that leveraged account I do with the TQ, UPRO, TMF, that I started adding back to those funds. It looked like that level was holding. So as I watch price, with the basic belief that over time prices go up. That's what I assume. Anything that I want to buy or trade or swing trade, there needs to be a reason that it would go higher. It needs to be worth something more to somebody down the road. That's trading, man. Just because you bought it doesn't mean it's going up. There needs to be a reason. And what the money flow tries to do is to get us in before. That's what we're trying to do. And then once it starts, we could put more. Now we have confirmation. So we just assume it's going that way. But this is an index. Now you can trade indexes. I would leverage them. But you could trade indexes. Like, let's look at the UPRO. Look. This is our breakout, right? We got 8 people now, man, on Twitter. Hopefully you can hear me on Twitter. Let's see. Oh, he said, yes, sir. Very cool. All right. I'm going to be nice on Twitter, though. We'll make Twitter the no cursing zone. So, there's our breakout, man. He said just a little blurry. All right. I'll fuck with that, man. Oh, sorry. I'll mess with that. Oh, easy swing trade, bro. So, like I said, toward the close yesterday, started putting a little weight back on these, assuming this was a box for the stage 1. So there's the pattern. Stage 1 is going sideways. Stage 1 starts after it hits sold off. So it sells off, starts to go sideways, builds that box. And what I'm really looking for is that moving average to close. Whoa. How do I turn these messages off? What I'm looking for is it to close above that 10-day and these starting to come together. That's the bottom buy if you're trying to bottom fish. If you have my book, The Money Flow, you know I teach primarily the breakout, because the breakout is confirmation that, hey, the trend has probably changed. Okay? Think of it as like you're playing blackjack. And when you're playing blackjack and you get an 11, you double it. And if the dealer has a 5, you hope they bust, right? Like there's basic rules that like these are some of the basic philosophy of the money flow, is that over time prices want to go up. So when they sell off, what they want to do next is go up. So if you know what something's going to do next, it makes trading it easier, right? So we know after it goes down, next it's going to go up. That's what it's been doing for all of history. Like that's what they do. Let's look in on. So yesterday I was talking about Roku. I think we were on Instagram though. Let's see. So yesterday got long Roku. Look where it stopped when it sold off. We'll pause on this. So right around in there is the bottom, right? So as we're watching this in real time, that's what we're waiting for, right? A box to build. And one started being built there. See right there where it started? So you're like, do I buy today? No. Look, everything's pointing down still. Next day? No. Look, everything's still kind of pointing down. Price is down. We're not building any kind of box. That starts right over in here. Now you got enough going sideways, and these are starting to come together that you can say, okay, are there any targets above? Well, this one's too close, right? Now, we don't know it's turning, but we can start to formulate the turn. Meaning, what do we mean? We can start to, I don't know, forecasting's not the right word. So as I watch this chart unfold, I know, okay, we're going to run into some problems here, and we're going to run, if we get through there, we're going to there. Meaning, if it goes through there, I make the assumption that it's going there. And I play the game as if that's where it's going, right? And so I weight it, but we want to get weight on it as this is developing. And so if you watch the money flow, price closing above that 20-day moving average, when price breaks above it, first thing I'm going to do, where's the wind? Where's the overall market? Is the overall market moving up? Let's see. So we go look, and we already did look. It was the SPY. Of course it is. It's moving up, man. Look, breakout from the SPY. So this is day 1, stage 2 breakout. It's breaking out. So if you go back and look at previous times, we don't know how high it's going to go, how long it's going to go, but these are previous breakouts, right? And you see what it does. Look, big sell-off. We got a nice juicy one this time. So where's the target? Well, we know where it can go. It can go there. It's already done it, right? And didn't that... So over here, you know, when you play it back, I mean, that's how price moves. We don't know how long, though. Shit, maybe today. Maybe this is the high of the rally. I don't know. We don't know that this move up. I have no idea. I can guess. I could go look at some true values or something, right? I could go, let me see. I could do some fundamental research. And there's people, this is an index fund, but let's go back to Roku. So we got confirmation the overall market's breaking out, and we got Roku breaking out. Now, when I look at this, if this can get back to the previous high, this is a much bigger move than me trying to buy the index, right? That's how it typically works. The index, say the index moves 5%. Some of these stocks are going to move 15, 20%. Well, how far is this from here? So I got a full position on now. What would that be? $50 a share. Just to get to there. I don't know, man. So that's what I'm watching for. And in that, you have uncertainty. You don't know. Fuck, man, it might turn. What happened last time, it did a nice breakout over here. Right? We'll go look. You see it? What did it do? Oh, start to look like it's in trouble, but it didn't. Look, just runs up. So if we know what the beginning looks like of these runs, right? Always looks the same. Price breaks above the green line, 510 cross, just right there. Every day it's going to look exactly the same for every stock, every commodity, every Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Dang, look just like that for Bitcoin, right? Let's see. Right there. It's breaking out. Now what? Price is moving higher. How high is it going to go? I don't know. I know wherever it stopped before, it's probably going to run into problems and stop again. You know. Same thing down here, right? When it broke above, how far is it going to go? I don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, they can make, YouTube. I always tell people $1 million. They say, really? Why not? Why can't it? I'm not saying today. I'm saying in your fucking lifetime. You say, well, that's not possible. All right, well, there's houses that cost $1 million, and there's some places where that house would be $100,000. What do you mean it's not possible? It's available to everyone on planet Earth. Anything's possible. Look at this big move, right? Pulls back. There's our stage, right? Price is coming above that 5-day. You say, is that a box? Yep. Look, 4 days sideways. But what we're waiting for is the shit to come together. That's what it's doing. And then it starts to rip. What? Next day, breakout. Then what? Moves higher. Where's it having trouble? Where it was before. Unfortunately, that's this close. For me, those are too close to use for a target, but it still holds true. That's where they get hung up, man. Price has memory. That's part of the money flow. So when those spots are higher, we use them as targets, as we looked at in Roku there. Meaning this will be a target where I start taking down this trade as it moves. Now, if everything goes well, I don't know. I don't know if it will. If it does, it's going to run to 470. It's just going to keep going up until it runs into sellers, man. It's simple as that. And almost every time it does, if we're watching and we're using these indicators, they're not perfect. You're just watching and looking for things like that. And so if you're watching the price pattern of sideways up, sideways down, most of the time where you want to take profits, gains, whatever, is when it's in this up position. And you're often going to notice you're hitting previous highs, So if you look, this is on 49 now. This is a RSI, Relative Strength Index. It's not measuring that it's gone too far or too fast. It's measuring that it climbed too fast. It's velocity, the speed of the move. Stocks don't just rip and never stop, man. They got a rhythm to them because they run out of buyers. They're exhausted. There's only so many, man. There's only so much money in the world. It starts to run, and when it gets to a certain point, everyone has it's the collective of millions of people, their mind, how they're viewing news, how they're viewing what's happening over here. The reason Roku's breaking out is the stock market is breaking out today. And so it's going to rip with it. These other stocks are going to rip with it. And they're not all going to be on the exact same day. And as the market moves higher and starts to slow down, some stocks will keep running. And then what? Then it'll roll over, man. And that's the 4 stages of price movement. You see them on Roku here. Big sweeping moves down, and then what? Stops. So this is super important that you see this. Just from a visual, like that's a box, right? That's a box. And as you begin to identify them, and some of them get easier and easier, all that is it's not that it's magic. It's like, hey, look, like this is what it does before it turns. That's all it's saying. Up here too, you start to see it, and then what? They all start to come together, man. So the exact opposite of what we had at the bottom, where when we started this run, things went to extreme, and then it started to go. Same thing. Now this is the top though. Now it goes to extreme, starts to put in a box, starts to roll over, man. And just like you can have a false breakout, you can have a false breakdown. Look, broke down, turned right around. Rip back. Soon as it hit that RSI, it stopped. The The problem here is these moves are massive. Like most people, you're only going to catch these that tight. I mean, it's really only one day. And then it turned back around, right? Moved down in stage 4 decline. The reason, so you want to go through this like I just did. Find the boxes. Okay, look, there's another box. Started to break, didn't. Back into the box. So now look at this. Now the bottom's being put in. So if you're following the money flow, that's what you're getting right there. Prices stopped. Started to go sideways. All those moving averages are coming together. They're all coming together. Whoa, what happened there? All right. It's building a supply zone. That's the box. Supply demand, right? Meaning it's coming together. It's in a box form. It's not all chaotic. And it'll cluster, comes together before boom, starts to change. Where are we at, man? What else we got breaking out? Look at coin. I won't do many of these today. I just want to do a few. Look at coin. So if we go through our indicator list, this is coin. Look. Man, we started putting back on. I was like, hey, load it up. Now we're breaking. It's probably going to run into trouble right around in here. But that's what? $20 a share higher. If we go look at the fundamental, I don't know. I think they got like a 360 on this. Hold on. Let's check tip ranks real quick. Do the dirty on it. I think it was 360. There's not many shares out there, man. I don't know why it doesn't go up when Bitcoin goes down. They're still making money. They got 351. I was off. 351, coach. So 351, I mean, damn. That's up here. So if you know the money flow, how many of these are we going to flow? I mean, it'll go and then run up and then go. Maybe it comes down, right? And this is the pattern of price, is it works its way to here. But in order to get there, the market's, the wind, the S&P 500, it has to be in an uptrend, man. It is very hard for stocks to make a move from like here to here, and the market's in a downtrend. It's almost impossible. Unless the sector just gets hot. Then maybe. Let's see. We got 7 people. Would you consider pins coming back into the box? Oh, you know it, man. Come on, man. I can see it in my head, bro. I ain't even got to look at the chart. Of course that's back in the box, man. Let me show you what he's talking about. So, I mean, back it all the way up, dude. This is what I like to do. When I see a chart like this, first thing I do, what's the value on pins? Let's make sure we're playing something that's got some upside. This is a quick look. $70. So in a perfect world, everything's good. Nobody's mad at each other. We're holding hands with the Chinese and there's no viruses. They think it's worth $70. But in the meantime, there's a lot of fucking problems, okay? The money flow says it's definitely worth 57 and then it's at least worth 75. What did Penn say? 70. Ooh. But that's back to the 200. That's a lot of wiggle room, right? So fundamentally, they're saying we got this much room to play with. All right. So we just back it up. I go through and draw. Come on, man. Don't log me out. I got E-Trade logging me out. Here's his box he's talking about. Always worried about the box. What's wrong with you, man? Get a life. But look, it's basically pretty close where it stopped before, right? Price went through the 4 stages. Big stage 4 decline. Then it started basically going sideways. Now this box is slanted, but that is what it's doing. It's putting in a box. Because look, this price is holding this anchor point. It's just kind of a weird shaped box. It's kind of descending though. But like he said, is this back in? Hell yeah. This is super bullish, man. That's super bullish. So as price gets back into this range, this is in play. So if you're a gambling man, never count your cards at the table. Let's see. Yeah, man, look. That's pins, baby. I'm assuming all of them look good, right? Because I look at my account, I'm up about 15 G's, so it must all be going well. I'm a position swing trader. Any one moment is not that big a deal. So often I like to let it open, watch, wait till about 11. Ideally, in a perfect world, just scroll through, look at news, look at charts, make some notes. Do I got some money I could put to work? What can I trim? Every day I'm like, what can I trim? Take you into the inside here. So I'm scrolling through positions and I'm looking. What am I looking for? If I want to know what I'm wanting to trim, I'm looking for this, man. I'm looking for stocks that have run. They've made some money. They've run. What am I looking to do? Downsize them, man. So that when the down comes, I have less shares. And I want to roll those to the ones that look like they might have more upside. And that's not a perfect game, but that's where I get money a lot of times for trades. So an example would be, let's see, SRPT is one I've been tagging. You say, what do you mean tagging? It's piggy banking it, man. Look at the move on this. This is a completed swing trade. So this is where I'm getting some money from here to put into others. Look, you see that box? See the breakout, right? And then what? Up. Where did it stop? Where it stopped before. Look. And then what? I'd make another target. You don't have to hit them when they run like this. We talked about this in the boot camp video. That's called a runaway. 5, 10, 20, they're all pointing straight up. You just let this thing go. But now look, we're in the over. We're up there, man. We're up there in the stratosphere. So I don't want to close this, but hey, let me get 10 of these shares. That's $980, right? So now I got $980, and I go through and I keep looking through the portal. Any others that I could trim? Let me see, man. Oh yeah. So yesterday I trimmed this one, EYEN. You say why? Well, it looks like what a top looks like. I'm not getting out of the whole damn thing. Why? Because it's worth like $9. So we're playing this money flow game with this thing to like $9. I think so. Let's see. EYEN. Oh, bro, I was on. I'm sorry. It's 15. 175% upside. That seems a little extreme. Let's. I think the reason I said $7, I think on the weekly chart, that's where it runs into trouble. But look where it stopped. You know the rules, man. It stopped where it stopped before. Look at this. It built a box. You see the box? You see price coming above. These things start to come together. Look, there's the breakout. Where's it going to go? Where it was before. That is the money flow, my friend. And that was happening long before I was born. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, we got 9 people. Hey, welcome, Mr. 9 Man. So what we're talking about is the money flow there. This is how prices move. When I first got turned on to this, I was doing stocks, commodities, futures, and I'm looking at there's 3 stages. Stage 1, the market can go up, down, or sideways. That's it. And then the Dow theory, and then it kind of led me. I read some of the Elliott wave and all that shit, and the Wyckoff pattern, and the Van. You ever read GAN? G-A-N, crazy shit. Moon cycles, man, anything you could think of. I was reading books on it. Candlesticks and Fibonacci ratios and all that shit has a place, I guess. But what I found, I didn't need fib ratios. Like, price would just tend to stop where it stopped before. And I didn't need to know it was going to do that. I could just watch it do that. So as that's building, I look over and say, hey, has it ever stopped here before? Yeah. All right. I just need a little clue. Has it been here before? And that's the same to the downside as to the upside. So if let me clean this up. This is just philosophy. if I believe that over time stocks go up, I'm looking for boxes, ideally in the extreme zone. This one didn't do it. Sometimes they don't do it, man. Sometimes they run hot and they don't give you that chance. Ideally, I'm looking for boxes that are down on this low RSI, man. Look at that breakout. And where did it stop? Dude, just back it up. Where did it stop? Where it stopped before. Was that the final high of all time in life? No, look, there's another one. And maybe there'll be another one. And that's why you can say, buy and hold works. Yeah, it works. I completely agree with that. But I also see price move, man. Like I'm not an idiot. Like I can look at that and see this. And if I say, okay, buy and hold works, what if I combine buy and hold with buying cheaper in a systematic way? Like what if I find a way to help me maybe trim some of the ones that have done well to add to some of the ones that are undervalued who have more upside, and I can look at it like a chess game or something. And if I don't get it perfectly right, okay, it's not like I'm going to fuck it up. There's a whole bunch of them, there's a whole bunch of it's not all, you're not buying all of a penny stock, like all your money. That's how you blow the fuck out. And then on top of this, while you're doing this, you're doing position sizes. I was telling someone, I think it was Scott in the Money Flow gang today, or He-Man, who was, I forget. He said, what's your largest position? I said, my largest position is in my cash account, and it's Uber. Now, the position is actually larger than that, but in that one account, it accounts for right at 10% of the entire account. And then a whole bunch of other ones that are smaller. The next one goes down almost half of that, like 5%. And then there's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If you were to look at your positions in a pie chart, but maybe, you're just getting going, you got a few, but, today with M1 Finance, you can have all, a Cash App, man, it's so easy. Yes, yes, yes. Head and Shoulders. Oh, here we go. Yep, Head and Shoulders, triangles, ascending triangles, descending triangles. People ask, what do you think about that? I don't need to know that, man. Here's what I know. This is what I know. When price goes above that green line, it goes up. And it goes into where it went before, and then it tends to stop. And when it gets there and stops, the shit here will go like 70 on the RSI, almost always at the same time. Because look where it stopped this time, where it stopped that time. And you say, I don't understand what you mean where it stopped. Well, let me give you an easy way to start identifying these. This is the kind of stuff you practice. But you're looking for these, some people call them pivot points. I tend to call them anchors when we're talking about building a box. These highest highs and the highest lows between what you may have as candles, I use bars. See them? You should practice drawing these. Do you see what I just did? And some people call these, they got software that'll do that. I do mine a little different probably than the software. You got to have so many bars between these, okay, to give it a point. It's a high to a high. Right? You could have added that one too. See, I missed one right there. This one would technically be one. If we zoomed in on this, you got it where it went down and up and then down and then up, right? And then that goes all the way down and then up and then all the way down. And you say, what does this matter? Well, as you look at these visually, and you don't have to draw this out every time. Don't do that. But connect them. That's all I'm saying, right? And as you connect them, it's giving you direction down. Like it's right. It's going down. You can see it. And what we're looking for is when all this shit comes together, when all that's coming together, this is what I'm seeing. I don't need to draw everything I just drew there. I don't need to draw those circles. I'm just trying to make it clear as possible, right? And so as you're looking at a chart, and that's what I'm seeing, I start seeing the money flow being drawn, right? And as a swing trader, if I can find a stock that's undervalued that I think's putting in this, And if I can jump it and get it right the day before it breaks, which we did, on the break, I could add more. That's what I teach in the book. That is a breakout. Now you're trading with the trend. The trend is to the upside. And you might say, well, what about? Don't look for any whatabouts. It's up. Go. That's it. You put it on, you go sit the fuck down. You're done. That's your work. Where's your target? Previous high. Bring it in a little bit. That's it. So if you're swing trading it and you caught the bottom, that's your target, man. Flip your house, move on. You know what I like to do if I'm swing trading? I like to take some off. And then I got to, well, fuck, man. I don't mind riding a little bit down. And soon, I went more into position trading around positions than, meaning I'd be cool taking a little off, let it come in. We might put it back on. I've been doing that with Lyft. If Lyft wants to go higher, I want to own more. And if it wants to go lower, I don't want to own as much. You get what I'm saying? There's your box. There's your break. Where are we stopping at? Right where we stopped before, man. So this is not enough for me. And you say, what do you mean? Look, fundamentally, this is a $70 company. Okay? This is a target worth playing for. Other than this, other than that, or up into here, I don't know. I'd rather just add more to it. Let's just keep playing it. I like it. I like this horse. And that's just through reading, studying the company. I like the company. And you can recognize and you see, okay, this is pulling back. Do I want to own more? Do I want to hedge it? Or maybe I just want to write it down. I don't give a fuck. Maybe you have enough money, you can do that. You know who gets rich with Bitcoin? People who don't need money. Right? Go look, man. The guy that's gotten rich with Bitcoin is a guy who doesn't need money. He just puts, what if you put $100,000 in there a year ago and you're just sitting on it? What if you don't give a fuck if you get your money back? How easy is it for that guy to get rich? He's like, I don't give a fuck. Puts it in there. That's it. He's not like you, like looking at it, all bitched out all day, freaking out. He's not doing that. He just puts in $100,000 and lets it go. That guy's going to get rich on it, man. They do that in real estate. You just buy houses and sit on them. We're all trying to figure out some is there no Zillow breakouts? Zillow's still not breaking out. Oh, baby. Look at that. Now Chris is going to hit you guys. Told you so. I bought a Learjet. Chris, don't buy a jet, bro. Don't buy a jet. Get a helicopter. That's what I would do. Fuck a jet. Anybody can buy a jet. I get a helicopter. Not a normal one either. Like a fucking Chinook. You want to be a baller? Get a Chinook. Fucking Chinook helicopter. You ever see anybody with that? That's what I must... Yeah. Dude, how badass would that be? Paint that bitch like some crazy color. Put your logo on it and you fly around in a Chinook helicopter. Take about 200 of your friends with you. Because it's a cargo carrier. I don't know if it's 200, but I know you can carry a full company of soldiers in the back. So that's a good 100, 150. That's what you should do, bro. I'd get a helicopter. Matter of fact, if a guy ain't got a helicopter, he ain't even balling to me. I've just decided that now. Fuck, you ain't got a helicopter, man. Fuck out of here. Everybody's got the private jets. I would do that. If I had enough money, man, that's not a stupid thing to do. That's a smart thing to do if you got the money. If you're old with money, there ain't no fucking way I'd be standing at the airport. If I had a lot of money, I would have a jet. I would do one of those marquees you could rent, though. Like, standing in line at the airport is this... It literally, it's like taking your kids to fucking Disneyland. So that's our targets on Zillow. Good call, sir. Last thing I'd want to do is stand in line at the airport if I had a Chinook helicopter. Nifty 50 analysis, please. Why is it always the dudes from India that drop that shit on me? Bro, are you from India? I always get these dudes from India hit me up on Instagram, want to talk about dividend stocks. Let's look at H, come on, bro. Work with me. My computer's been overheating, so if I go dead, you know what happened. I got kidnapped. So this is one I picked up into the close yesterday. It's kind of a dick move. I sent it out just as the market was closing. I couldn't get into E-Trade, man, and it just wouldn't let me in for like 20 minutes. Hasbro, but my position is tiny, dude. Tiny. Like 20 shares. Where's my target on this? All right. So this was my box. Kind of an early jump, maybe. You know, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, or maybe you say that's 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Anyway, look, super extreme. There's a clear previous high. It's been here a bunch of times. There. Look how many times it spends its life there. This zone is its home base, $99. So if we look at HAS, they got about a 113 on it. I need 99 if I was swing trading it. Now I picked this up, my buy and hold. So these are the zones I want to buy in. This is not even a breakout yet. So what it's going to happen, this will take time. These are really far apart, man. That's why the position's small, because it'll pull back. It's going to build this out before it runs and goes to 99. So what I did is push those oil gains toward this to establish a position. Now, if I was to go and put new money in, I would try to target this if it stays in the stage 1. So when I add something to, say, my buy and hold, and I try to add 1 or 2 stocks a year, hopefully I'm adding it with some gains from another play, but I don't want to take down the whole damn thing. I just want to take some off the table to help add to the portfolio. That's usually the way I'm playing it. And it may be 10 shares, 20 shares, 30 shares, shit, maybe it's 3. I just want to get there. And as it plays out once it's in the buy and hold, shit, I plan to own it for a long time. And when it gets to true value, I'll take it down. Not down, but, scale it back. Just collect dividends on it. And it won't come back into play until it gets just donkey punched again. If it gets donkey punched, back in play. Pretty simple, right? Look at Airbnb. Don't ever sell that stock, bro. If you own that stock, I'm not saying don't trim it, but don't get out. You probably not get back in. This bitch will go to 350. Like, keep 10 shares all the time, or 20, whatever your bag is. 30 shares, 50, whatever it is, man. Whatever you can comfortably just hang in, like you can hold that, you should have about 10 of those. They're just core. You own some. Facebook is that way for me. But when it gets overpriced, I'll take some down. But now what am I doing? Shit, I'm looking at putting some back on Facebook. We got to see. Is this a box? We could take a shot at nibbling here. MACD says it's done going down. The momentum is turned. Has it ever stopped here before? Yeah. It touched the extreme. Could go 380. What is it worth? If it's not a discount here, I don't even want to play it, right? They got 419 on it. It's 25%. I mean, you could. If I didn't own it, that'd be nice, right? If I didn't own it, this is a good spot to own it. And that's how you play all these, man, if you're position trading them. And so that guy's game is longer. That guy's game is a little different. But you need churn of money to make that work. Like, you need to be able to have money to put it on here. Well, where could we get money? From stocks that have run up. Remember, I showed you SRPT, like EYEN. When you get some running up, gush. And it's not a lot, but sometimes you may have a bunch running up, and then you can start allocating to the ones that Where's T-Doc? Now, if you're a baller and you're making money, dude, this is super big move here. If it's back in the box. Look at this. Oh, sweet Mary. Come on, baby. Look at this. Now, the trouble is going to be we're going to run into trouble right away. But if it gets through there, the target is, if the market's in a bull market, this could go to 170. If people have changed their mind, no shit, growth back on. And as it moves, I'm not looking for a reason not to believe that. I'm looking for a reason to believe that if that's what it's doing. If it's breaking above the, I want to be here, chips in. All of the T-Doc I'm a buy. I'm not today, but once it gets above that green, I got to be there. So what you don't want to be is the guy over here, man. We want to sell to that guy. This guy here's our customer. There's your customer. If you're a business, you're buying cheaper, you're adding on the out, let's get some sales. We're buying our product, we're selling our product. Right? Isn't that how you flip houses? So we want to come from a low position. That's definitely a break, man. I'm already in this one, but so we got Zillow. Shit, we need money. We got Zillow. We got T-Doc. I don't know, man. Maybe we got to trim Uber. Just kidding. Let's see. SoFi. That bitch ain't doing nothing either. Let's see. AI. AI on the move. Yeah, it's coming back. Come on, man. See, they're same thing. It's gonna run into troubles right up in here, man. Come on, man. Picked up Walmart yesterday. Oh, baby, you tagged the bottom. Stud muffin. Look at this. What a stud muffin. Picked up Walmart yesterday. So even if you bought one share in your buy and hold, look at that. That was your day two. That was the box. That's it. He's calling it. Bam. Right there. Got the extreme. Your stage 4 decline. You got your anchor point, right? And these days held that point. So, I mean, you're borrowing from this day on the 4-day rule, but I will. You'll see me do that. I just need to see a box. And has it ever stopped here before? Yeah. Okay. So check. Check, 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 check. That's stage 1 buy. That's kind of fringy neat right there. Goodbye, sir. That's what you call a stock assassin. Bam, bottom dang. Now, let's say he buys there. Could you add here? You could. If I'm him, I wait. Patient. Maybe we move sideways here. Maybe I catch a down open. I add a little bit, and then it rips higher. And now we're breaking the 20. And I put a little bit more on. We got a completed trade, right? From a high. Look at the box. Put in a box at the top, man. On that extreme. Now what are we doing? Looking for a box at the bottom. On that extreme. Like, this is taking candy from babies, man. Man, oh man. Yeah, Ryan. Good job. Man, I can even see comments on. I kind of like this Twitter, bro. Sir, going through your courses, stock charts done, 30-day boot camp, read your book. Oh. Thank you. My mom said I'm not crazy. I was tested. Let's see. So, beautiful money flow. What he was talking about buying there was this over here. See it? This one's not as big, but there's your money flow, right? Stage 2, stage 3, down, sideways, run, stage 3, stage 4 down, calling this a stage 1. Now it definitely is. It's breaking out there. So this is what we have. We have to assume it's going up. So that's Walmart. What's the value of Walmart? Come on, baby. Oh, Wayfair. Nah. Nobody wants to look at Wayfair. 172, sorry. That's 20%. That's a big move. That's all you're going to get out of a stock like this. There you go. So now, let's imagine you're not a seller. You're like, I don't want to sell any Walmart. Good. Don't. I like that. Just buy these. Buy these. Buy after these big sell-offs and it goes sideways. Just buy those. And if you just do that for the rest of your life, you're going to have a shit ton of money. I'm telling you, man. On all these. You say, well, what if it went lower? Good. Buy the next one. Like, you're going to do that with stocks like Exxon. You know, do that with the big ones, man. Look at what's Starbucks. I ain't even looked at it in a minute. Sometimes I just stop looking at them. I got enough of it. So, just notice this on the chart. Right? We know what the tops look like. Right? Price runs up. And then as we draw these little circles, one of these we talk about, one of those is going to, you don't have to draw them, but draw them in your mind, right? One of them is going to tag the top. And so all this here is about, if you've got my course, Getting Started with Stock Charts, the Money Flow Way, I think I have a video on this. See these pivots? All these are helping me do is draw price, man. You can do them in your mind. You ain't got to do them like with crayons, although you should. I do for fun. This is what I do for fun sometimes. I draw circles. And then, you know, we can start to connect them. And it'll help you see movement of price. But what it's really going to help you do is start to see these boxes. Because you'll get multiple days inside and then it'll break it. And there you go. Stage 2 breakout, right? That's what's happening right there. Pow. And now what? We just let it run. And along the way, it's going to put in boxes. But we ignore the boxes unless the box gets into an extreme zone. Once we get into an extreme zone, you got to make a decision. Have I gained a lot of money in this? If so, maybe you want to sell it. And not all of it. But when this stock does this, like this, you're going to see it pull back. This is a month later, man. So you could have took some off, and then a month later, you're looking to put it back on. That's it, man. That's all I got. Let's see. All right, Twitter. You guys be good. Appreciate you, 12 people. That's not bad. I hadn't told anybody about it. Peace. All right, YouTube. You guys be good.